me know when it goes up.
I need to make a new banner and shit.
I know, we do. Amos, come on.
Stop. Shit. Okay, you're up.
I'm up. How does it look? Did I set it up pretty good?
I can see the switch, but you're alright.
And can you hear me? You can hear me.
I hear you. See, that's only about halfway, so I know I can. Look.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LongWalker's Live Wake Up and Walk On. We are reviewing some audits today. I've got 2 of them set up. Sorry that we're onto a lot of body cam stuff right now, but I don't have too much set up right now. We're trying to get back into it. As soon as I can start getting more content, and if any of you want to send me content to go over, that would be awesome. We'll go over it and we'll see what we can do. So for now, I've got a couple of good audits to go over, and we'll see what's up. Let's. What?
Petty says hi.
Petty says hi. All right. Let's get this. Let's see. Present. Share screen. This first one is, what is it? Female cop hits grandma.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into it. And I'm...
On January 11th, 2025, Officer Jennifer Stevenson of the Homestead Police Department in Florida was involved in a vehicle pedestrian accident at the intersection of Northwest 6th Avenue and Northwest 15th Street in Miami-Dade County, involving an elderly citizen named Mariana Telles. Shortly after the incident, Sergeant Gilpin arrived on the scene, followed by Officer Perez of the Homestead PD's Traffic Investigations Unit. The interaction that followed was captured on the officer's body-worn cameras.
First and foremost, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed because I'm so fucking careful. It's pisses me the fuck.
But other than that, but you're okay, right?
I'm pissed. Because if you watch the cycle of the light,
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it was glitchy on the other cameras, but not on mine, so I'm trying to fix that for you guys. I don't want it glitching.
It might need to have some space cleared because...
Like I said, it wasn't on mine. That's what got me. On their laptop here, it wasn't glitchy.
The last time I had to do that. Let me know if it does it again. I'll come down and do it.
Good to see you, Sancho. We're setting up right now to get this done. I had it going and it wasn't right. Amos says hi.
West 15th Street in Miami-Dade County, involving an elderly citizen named Mariana Telles. Shortly after the incident, Sergeant Gilpin arrived on the scene, followed by Officer Perez of the Homestead PD's Traffic Investigations Unit. The interaction that followed was captured on the officer's body-worn cameras.
First and foremost, are you okay?
yeah, I'm pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed because I'm so fucking careful. It's pisses me the fuck.
But other than that, but you're okay, right?
I'm pissed. Because if you watch the cycle of the light, when I'm getting ready to make a left turn to a traffic coming, I proceed to turn, and cheese, and the
I
castle.
assume you're in the.
I'm going to make a left. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to make a left. Perfect. If you look at when the lights turn, I got a steady road.
Check on your
Front left.
and this other car?
Family? They just showed up. It's family. I told them to sit in the car.
One second.
Download your most recent things.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get this settled. I don't want it glitchy on your guys' ends.
Tristan,
We're gonna try StreamYard really fast to delete some stuff on it.
did you delete your most recent stuff on
Yeah.
StreamYard? Okay. Give me a second.
How do I?
If not,
Yeah.
if there's still stuff, you can delete it. I don't want it.
I'm gonna open it.
So how you doing, Sancho?
Open it
Since we got a minute anyway.
Is the
Go back
mic on?
to StreamYard.
Is the mic on?
Yeah, mic's on.
You guys should check out my channel too, not to self-promote or anything, but I have a video I am exporting.
I'm going
It's gonna be good too. Y'all will want to see it.
I do have some problems sometimes when it's full. So it's very
Be careful, most. Don't.
Hey. So I can delete it from the library? Tristan?
Can mom delete it from the library?
Yeah.
Okay.
What stream? Today's?
What you just did.
Yeah.
Actually, either one I can do here. That might not be the only issue. Delete.
And Mos is going nuts.
And actually, I'm gonna have to check. I have to check here. I have to go here.
We'll get this solved, ladies and gentlemen.
Trash. Okay, let me see what we got. My files.
Our StreamYard folders are very
It said
full,
like
so
8 gigabytes left, so it really shouldn't be doing that.
it could just be that video too. That's what I'm gonna have to look at. I want to try to go to the next one and see if it does it.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't see the problem. So I don't see the problem.
Okay, we're gonna try it again and see what happens.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, just kind of go off of the,
Okay, let me.
the audio.
Hello.
See?
She doesn't. She only speaks Spanish. She only speaks
And it's
Spanish.
just like this
Just
here.
let her know we have Miami-Dade Fire Rescue.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me try the next one and see if we can't get it better. And I always had to find something different.
On April 11th, 2025, officers with the Pinellas County, Florida
wanna
Sheriff's
see if this one does
Office,
it.
including Deputy Alexandra Mitchell, responded to a call about suspicious persons looking into a residence. Sean Mahmood, also known as Neon Sean, was filming at the scene when the officers arrived, as was a couple out for a walk. Mr. Mahmood filmed the encounter that followed, and it was also
See, I
partially
unplugged
captured
it,
on body
so-
camera footage.
Stop. Sheriffs are coming to stop you. I don't know whoever they just talked
But I'm
to
only
at
at
the house.
18%.
The house that was right there on the corner.
Let's try it again. Hold on.
There. I'm filming.
I guess that's what it could be.
How's it going? It's going all right. Where you guys coming from? Where are we coming from? Yeah. We live right here.
I plugged it back in and it's not doing it on there. It's still the same as it was.
Some person playing over there. Maybe somebody looking
Huh?
around the house.
No.
Trying to figure out who it is and what's going on. Yeah, no, everyone too.
Wait, hold on. Let me try the other one. Okay, this is the female.
On January 11th, 2025, Officer Jennifer Stevenson of the Homestead Police Department in Florida was involved in a vehicle pedestrian accident at the intersection of Northwest 6th Avenue and Northwest 15th Street in Miami-Dade County, involving an elderly citizen
right?
named Mariana
Okay.
Tellis. Shortly after the
All right, ladies
incident,
and
Sergeant
gentlemen, I think I got
Gilpin
it.
arrived
We'll
on the
go now.
scene, followed by Officer Perez of the Homestead PD's Traffic Investigations Unit. The interaction that followed was captured on the officer's body-worn cameras.
First and foremost, are you okay?
No, I'm pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed because I'm so fucking terrible. It's This is a good call.
But other than that, but you're okay, right?
I'm pissed. Because if you watch the cycle, the light, when I'm going, I'm getting ready to make a left turn. There's no traffic coming. Proceed to turn. And she's in the
I
crosswalk.
assume you're in the.
I'm going to make a left. Yeah, as I'm getting ready to make a left. Perfect. But if you look at when the lights turn, I had a steady growth.
And this other car? Family?
They just showed up. It's been, I told them to sit in the car.
Hello. She only speaks Spanish. She only speaks Spanish. Just let her know we have my immediate fire rescue coming over here to check her out. Could you ask her if she's okay for me?
She says she's fine. She's fine. I just asked her. But she has diabetes, so it's better to get it checked. Yeah, she has diabetes and all that.
Of course.
But yeah, she's okay. She can walk.
Okay.
But she just wants to get that. We just want her to get checked. If it does get infected, she has diabetes, and
Of course. Of course. You have her info. Okay. And you guys are family.
Yes, she's my grandma.
Okay. Again, we're gonna have fire rescue come out. We're gonna have another person come out, document it, and everything like that.
And what happens in this case?
We're gonna have somebody come talk to you. You're gonna give you the case number and everything like that. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Just have her. Hey, keep her away from them.
What? The family?
Keep them away. Because if you have them speaking to her and you talk to her, then that's a problem.
I get what you're saying, but she's also we have a language barrier. We have that issue. Hey, Cap. Hey, I just wanted to notify you of an on duty 17 involving a marked police vehicle. Still 5 pedestrian or stuff. I'm gonna have you grab all the information. You already got fired. Wanna hang on?
I love how this cop is pissed because she hit somebody in the crosswalk, and
She's probably got in trouble before.
yeah. Well, it was like when my mother hit. She did an illegal U-turn, and she ended up clipping the back of a deputy.
No. It was a police technician.
Police
She
technician.
made a really
truck.
big point to make sure that 'cause when you were told this story before, she was really mad at you because she had to make sure that we all knew that it was a police technician.
Well, yeah, I mean, but this police technician had already had one prior accident.
Well, this wasn't her fault. Though.
No, but still, she said she was going to get in deep trouble for it or something with her job. And so she was like all on my mother about it.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't have been driving
No.
cataracts and shit.
No, for sure. But yeah, I know. But yeah, this is definitely this police person's fault.
And it's like instead of being kosher about it, it's like
So it's been like, yeah, I screwed up, because they're all
are they
human.
okay?
Yeah, they're all human. I mean, even police officers are human. They make mistakes.
Well, when they act like that, then
No, then they can be sentenced for the highest maximum number.
Go ahead and be that way, then.
Yes.
Señora, déjeme hablarle para ver lo que pasó, por favor.
You have to scream at her.
Oh.
She can't talk, so she can't really hear.
I'll scream in a polite manner. Señora, ¿qué fue lo que pasó aquí en el accidente?
La luz estaba en verde.
¿Estaba yendo para allá o para acá? ¿Tú estabas yendo para allá?
Y ella estaba allá y dio vuelta.
Ajá.
Y allí me aventó con la frente del carro. Entonces yo iba a mi derecha, que ya estaba la luz aquí como está ahí. Ok, acá no había carro, yo me entonces yo pasé y ella le dio. Ella no se
¿Pero en qué dirección estabas manejando usted? ¿En qué dirección estaba manejando? ¿Estaba yendo para allá, para allá, para allá? ¿Tú ibas para allá? Ok, she said she was driving north. Ok, ¿qué fue lo que pasó? ¿La luz estaba roja o verde?
No, estaba en verde. El rosa estaba aquella.
Ok, usted se fue para adelante.
Yo iba a la verde, pero la había parqueado, la luz.
Okay.
Entonces yo iba, pues me fijé, siempre me fijo a un lado a otro. Si yo veo que un carro viene lejos,
Okay.
pues yo paso.
Okay.
Entonces ella estaba allá y me dio vuelta y pues me aventó.
Entonces, ella estaba yendo para abajo.
Ella estaba también para voltear, yo creo.
Hizo un U-turn. Oh, you were making. Ella estaba haciendo una izquierda.
Ella venía.
Ah, okay.
Entonces yo iba, ya había brincado allí casi la rayita cuando ella pasó.
Ella pasó y le dio ¿en qué parte del carro le dio?
Sí, me aventó.
¿En qué parte del carro le dio? En la esquina.
No ve la esquina aquella del lado, por ejemplo, aquí.
Entonces tú estabas yendo norte y ella estaba haciendo una izquierda.
Ajá, y
Okay.
ella me aventó. Cuando
¿Y en dónde pasó el choque? ¿Allá o aquí? ¿En dónde pasó?
Allí, mire, allí.
Aquí.
Allí, mire.
Ahí pasó el choque.
Sí, allí en la raya amarilla.
Okay.
Porque estaba la luz.
So she said she was going northbound at the green light, and she says that you were making a left-hand turn. That's what she says.
Yeah, I had green light.
Right. That's what she said.
Yeah, so far, I'm confused still. I'm trying to figure it out myself. But this cop hit a woman, and I thought it was a pedestrian, like she was walking. But it keeps talking about a vehicle. The other cop keeps asking about what vehicle and where. But anyway, the cop made a turn and hit this old lady. It wasn't bad because she only got a scrape on her arm, but the family was saying that because she has diabetes, she had to get it checked out and stuff, but she's okay. And this cop being a complete douchebag about the situation, going, yeah, I'm pissed. I hit this lady. And
I know that, like, I've seen a lot of this stuff from this county, this Miami-Dade County in Florida. There's so many like audits that go against these people. Like, most of the ones that I've seen are actually from there.
Yeah.
Like, so they're just kind of a fraud department.
Exactly. Florida, right?
Florida, yeah.
Yeah. Florida has some of the worst problems. Look at Liberty.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
It is. So there's so far what we know. I'll update you more as we go.
Yo vine bien la luz para brincar yo.
That light was green, which is the light that I had.
Right. So she's going northbound. You're trying to make a left-hand turn.
Yep.
La de la culpa fue ella que me aventó porque ella vio que iba, entonces ella le dio.
Pero usted estaba aquí parqueado.
Yo aquí estaba, mire.
Y cuando la luz estaba verde, siguió para adelante.
Cuando la luz verde, yo me fui, yo estaba allí para brincar. Entonces se puso
¿Cómo que estaba aquí, señora?
Yo ya iba a brincar para allá cuando la luz se puso verde.
¿Pero tú estabas parqueada aquí?
Sí, yo estaba parqueada.
She was parked. She came from here, she says.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take a look where that's at.
Pero usted no estaba manejando.
Yo venía de acá.
Oh, okay.
Entonces,
Okay.
la luz se puso en verde y cuando decía
You're supposed to wait till she's
Okay, so it's not a crash vehicle?
No. She was walking.
Okay, got it. Okay, I understand. I understand now.
yo estaba bien.
I have to ask the questions. You don't have to be upset. I have to ask the tough questions. Listen, if I have to ask the questions, that's my job.
Fine.
They're medical. They're gonna ask, "Are you okay?" They're gonna check her head out, check her, take her to the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm the
that's
police. I have to ask these questions.
That's fine. No,
I'm not trying to come off rude, but I have to kind of yell because you said she's hard of hearing. Entonces usted estaba aquí tratando de ir para allá. Entiendo. Okay.
¿Aló? Sí, aquí estamos en la
Entonces,
tienda, al lado de su casa, en la luz.
Entonces, ¿en qué parte, señora, en qué parte le dio usted? ¿Aquí?
Me dio aquí.
¿Le dio en este lado?
Me dio aquí, mire.
¿Usted se cayó para el piso?
Yo caí al piso.
Okay.
Y
Okay.
aquí, mire.
Entiendo. Yes.
Y aquí.
When I hit her, she wasn't in the crosswalk.
Yeah, she says here.
I know. Because I hit her here and the suitcase was there.
Yeah. So you're making a left-hand turn.
I have a green light. Okay. Then you have a steady red.
Right.
I went to
Stringy ugly hair.
Okay. I love when the cops do this. It's always, well, I had the green light and, she went when it was red, but it doesn't matter. A pedestrian, no matter what, has the right of way. If anybody hits a pedestrian, it is automatically their fault.
And from the very beginning, right at the very beginning, she said she was in the crosswalk. So
She's saying she's not. She wasn't.
Now she is. But
Yeah.
At the very beginning of the video, she said she was in the crosswalk.
Yeah.
She said she was walking, and so either way, but like, and we all know, like, you hit the button to go, and when you're halfway through, it changes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they expect you to go at like supersonic speed across that, and there's no fucking way in hell that you can make it across the road in that short amount of time. So it always freaking changes before you get across the fucking road. Like, you're supposed to check and make sure.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, so she was turning left and she just plowed into her. Like,
I know.
She didn't look around to make sure that.
Exactly.
Like, really? It's like.
And you have to, as a cop, you are told to drive defensively.
Yeah, you're supposed to be like.
To know, to be visual.
Fucking swivel, looking all the time, you know.
I mean, this is flat out this stupid idiot cop's fault.
And I hate the defensiveness of it.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that shit.
Turn after the car passed by. I turned, I made the left. A, she's not in a crosswalk, and B, she hasn't stopped.
Right. Like right now, it stopped.
It has been. When I turned, it's because I looked to make sure there was nothing there. But you're not even in the crosswalk.
I thought it was vehicle against vehicle.
No.
That's why I was like looking around, like, what? What? She said she came from here. I'm like, you were parked here? I don't get it.
No, I clipped her suitcase, and that's what caused her to fall down.
Oh, her suitcase was here.
She was dragging her suitcase, and I clipped her suitcase.
Makes sense. All right, I get what happened. I know. She's trying to travel over here on foot. You're making a left-hand turn.
Yes, not even in a crosswalk.
You clipped her suitcase and she fell down. That's how her injuries occurred.
Correct.
Got it.
Officer Stevenson claims that she was making a left turn on a green light after waiting for another vehicle to pass, and she repeatedly frames the impact as her patrol car clipping Ms. Tellis's suitcase rather than striking Ms. Tellis directly. Ms. Tellis's account is relayed through a language barrier and comes across as at least somewhat confused. But the conversation and the way the scene is being discussed suggests there is a genuine uncertainty about whether she was fully within the crosswalk at the moment of the collision. Under Florida Statute 316.075, a green light is not a blanket permission slip for turning traffic, and the statute specifically states that vehicles, including vehicles turning left, must yield the right of way to pedestrians lawfully within the intersection or an adjacent crosswalk. If Ms. Tellis was in the marked crosswalk when Officer Stevenson began and executed the left turn, then whether or not the officer had a green light would be irrelevant under the statute. However, if Ms. Tellis was outside the marked crosswalk when she crossed, Florida law shifts some of the liability back to the pedestrian under Florida Statute 316.130, which requires pedestrians crossing at a point other than within a marked crosswalk to yield the right of way to vehicles on the roadway. That said, the very same statute also imposes an overarching duty on drivers to exercise due care to avoid colliding with any pedestrian, particularly at intersections and crosswalks. Whether or not Ms. Tellis was in the crosswalk at the time of the incident is a crucial factor in determining the liability of the parties involved. And Florida's civil liability framework hinges on which party was more at fault for any given accident. Florida Statute 768.81 states that in a negligence case, a party found to be more than 50% at fault for their own harm is barred from recovering damages, and lesser fault reduces the compensatory recovery in proportion to the assigned fault. Therefore, if Ms. Tellis was in fact inside the markings of the crosswalk at the time of being hit, then there is a strong probability that a court would not find her at fault at all. However, if she was outside the markings of the crosswalk, then she would likely be found at fault to some degree. But the civil liability associated with that scenario would still need to be weighed against other legal standards and decided by a court.
Well, Sarge wants me to follow to the hospital.
So I'm going to go relay that information of what she told you that A wasn't in a crosswalk?
Yeah, let me get my phone. You're right. She clipped.
Okay, it said that under the laws, that no matter what, the cop's somewhat at fault. But it said if the defendant, the person who got hit, is at least 50% at fault, then they can recover no damages.
Right.
It says that it nulls it.
Right.
So it has to be under 50% if she was out of a crosswalk.
Right.
On the percentage. So it's a touch and go type of situation.
I'm sure there's cameras somewhere.
Oh yeah, the woman had a body cam on.
And she should have it on her
mm-hmm.
car as well.
Yes.
So I mean, you know.
That's
like,
all
and
that you need.
Even still, though, like, even if the lady isn't at fault, I mean, she still hit somebody. How do you
Yeah.
not see that?
I know. And I mean, he went over it. It even says there.
It's
says
not a blanket statement just to go plow people over because it's a green light.
Yeah, just because it's a green light, you still have the obligation to look and make sure that nobody's in the crosswalk.
I mean, they say that when you take your driver's test for a regular freaking person.
I know.
Like, come on.
Cops have to go through more for it. It is ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It happens, Sancho. We understand.
What's that?
He said, sorry, guys, I keep coming in and out. It's because I have a monster as a puppy. We've got 2 right now.
So you have a puppy. That's good.
Yes, it's very good. What kind? If you don't mind me asking.
I remember asking a long time ago if you had any pets, and he said, no, and I really don't want any.
Yep.
I said, everybody needs a partner.
Yes. All right, back to
her luggage apparently, and that's how she fell down. Huh? Okay, well, I'm just relaying what Stevenson wants me to relay, what I talked to her about in Spanish, if that's okay. You know, if not, then I'll just wait for Perez to get here.
Yeah, wait for Perez.
Okay. All right, cool. No problem. I tried to relay the information, but she wants, I guess, the traffic unit to kind of do her thing. But I just try to, since I speak Spanish, I try to relay what I gathered from what happened. But she's busy doing her phone calls and stuff like that. So maybe sometimes things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? That should include it.
Get a grant back and start citing these people for improper.
Yeah.
Pizza?
They're gonna fly her to Jackson South.
Why?
Because she fits the criteria according to fire.
What's the criteria? Is that?
I guess for the head injuries. I guess.
She was gonna take you back to the station.
My car? What?
Yeah, you should run.
There's no. Dude. There's a car at the station for me?
I don't know.
And when is this new policy? Huh? When do they start towing our cars for accidents like this?
That looks so good.
Yes, Sancho, it's always a pleasure to be working alongside you, too. His puppy is half Shih Tzu and Maltese. And it's a total monster, more savage than me because I'm a ghoul.
It fits then, you know?
Okay, so also on this, the officer literally just said that she was talking to the other officer, and she's like, well, do you guys have a car at the station for me? She's like, when did they start towing our vehicles for something like this? So they towed the cop car.
Oh, sure.
And so, yeah, it's more serious.
Then she's being pulled, most likely.
She better.
At least for investigation.
She better. And if
Did she really think she was just going to get back in her car and go about her fucking day?
I know.
After she just fucking plows somebody over.
And obviously, the woman has a potential head injury.
Yeah, it's like
She's being flown somewhere.
That's insane.
So to Jacksonville or something.
Oh God.
Yeah.
By AI supervisor? Israel, when do you guys start towing our cars?
Got the car towed, John.
The supervisor does?
I don't know what to tell you.
I just want to know when the policies have changed.
It's his minute investigation. That has nothing to do with it.
No, I understand that. I just want to know when the policy has been changed.
I'm not aware of any policy.
You're not, right? Perfect. Neither am I.
Officer Stevenson asks Sergeant Gilpin whether there was a recent policy change that prompted her patrol car being towed, and the sergeant states that she is not in control of the decision to tow the vehicle and that she is not aware of any recent policy changes. While it is true that the Homestead Police Department's policy regarding city vehicle crashes does not mandate that a vehicle involved in an accident be towed, Florida law treats a crash involving an injury as a reportable event that requires formal investigation and documentation. Under Florida Statute 316.066, when a law enforcement officer investigates a crash that resulted in death, injury, or qualifying complaints of pain, the officer must complete and submit a written crash report using the Florida Traffic Crash Report form. And Florida Statute 316.065 also extends that requirement to notifying law enforcement of the crash.
All right.
Okay, so the reason that they towed the vehicle was because she's under investigation because of the injury and everything. So now it's a what did they say, a reportable offense?
Yeah, reportable offense. And so the sergeant wants to pull the cameras and find out what happened.
She has a chance to go and say, oh God, for some reason it didn't report.
But she said, wait, after he was done talking and was walking away, she was like, oh, so you're not towing the car then, right?
Huh, so maybe they're just in the process of preparing to get it or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why is she so worried about it?
I know.
Like, so that just shows you, can you stop? That what they do get away with on a regular basis.
I know. It really does.
Or they could just run somebody over.
I think they're just going to go right back in their patrol car and move on with their day. When she should be under investigation for like a couple of days.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, if any one of us hit a fucking person, it'd be the same.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes.
Crash. In other words, a vehicle pedestrian crash that is followed by a medical evaluation and transport to a hospital generally triggers an investigative and reporting process that is designed to be structured, documented, and reviewable. What happens to the vehicles involved in the accident is decided within that same lawful framework. Under Florida Statute 323.001, an investigating agency may place an investigative hold on a motor vehicle and extend the hold in writing when continued custody is needed for investigative purposes while the vehicle is stored with a wrecker operator. Now, although this statute does not mandate towing in every crash, it recognizes that continued custody and controlled storage of a vehicle can be appropriate when evidence preservation is required. In an incident involving a city vehicle and potential bodily injury, a decision to secure the involved vehicle for documentation, inspection, and risk management review is consistent with the broader objective of preserving evidence and maintaining the integrity of the investigation. Contrary to Officer Stevenson's understanding at the time, the decision of whether or not the vehicle would be towed was not a matter of department policy. It was the investigative process required by sections 316.065 and 316.066 that authorizes officers from the Traffic Investigations Unit to take possession of the vehicle for investigative evaluation. Furthermore, it was not within the purview of Sergeant Gilpin's authority to dictate what happened to the vehicle, as the Homestead Police Department's Traffic Investigations Unit had taken over the scene for their investigation.
So do you have a car for me at the station?
I don't know, I'm here, so I don't know what's happening.
So if I go back on every 17, every officer's car's been towed? It's a question, that's it. Sure. I'm gonna find out now.
Just read that, Sancho. I really wish you the best of luck. I hope that you can join the army in the future. But don't give up on your puppy. But yeah, why is this lady so concerned with her vehicle being towed?
I know.
It's kind of funny, you know. She doesn't want the cameras reviewed because she knows that she was in the wrong.
Right. And it's like the audacity of being like that.
I know.
You know, like no humility.
No,
you know,
none. I screwed up. I should have been making sure and checked.
I'm so sick and tired of that crap.
I know.
I think they're above the law.
They think they are. Like you said, especially this area.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good afternoon, sir. Hey, quick question. Has a policy been changed about our vehicles being towed after 17? Okay, because they've never towed our cars involving 17 ever. And I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. But the AIU supervisor is wanting my car towed. Absolutely. It's got a minor scratch from the actually it's not even a scratch, it's black transfer from the suitcase because I never hit her, I only hit the suitcase. I don't know either. That's why I'm calling to find out, because this is all new to me. The last couple
1 second, ladies and gentlemen. The laptop just died on me. Plugged in. Okay, that was on. Okay, I'm gonna borrow your Switch one, dude. I mean, this one should be powerful enough. Yeah, well, I'll get it to reach, not a problem. No, it's not.
You know, if you need to move everything.
Oh, no, dude. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just give it 1 minute to go, and then we'll be back to.
Scoot everything over.
Yeah. Yep. We'll get this back going. Sorry, guys. Couple of issues tonight. But I want to make sure that we're good. This one should be more powerful than the charger. Hi. What's the password? Capital. Okay, got it. Sorry about that, guys. That was dumb. Let me get this back up.
It's got a minor scratch on the leg.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you hear me again. I'm getting this up. I'm going to mute here.
Minor scratch from the actually it's not even a scratch, it's black transfer from the suitcase because I never hit her, I only hit the suitcase. I don't know either. That's why I'm calling to find out, because this is all new to me. The last couple of 17s that officers have been involved in, they haven't towed the car, so I'm just trying to figure it out. I just want to know, if when the policy was changed. I mean, I know that whenever we did an airlift for any pedestrian that was hit, we would tow anybody else's car. But she wasn't airlifted due to her injury. She was airlifted due to an elevated heart rate in her age. If it's because of injuries and they're critical, we tow the car. But if it's due to precautionary, which this was, we do not tow the car. No, I have no problem with that. But I'm just curious of why all of a fucking sudden it's a change. All right, thanks. Do you have the policy on CHIs? For THIs, AIUs, callouts? Do you have that policy?
I have the memo.
No, but like our SOPs. Reference towing cars.
You want internal?
I want to know where it states in there if this vehicle is operable, and the fact that
I don't think that's in there.
And the fact that she was only airlifted as precautionary.
This is how we handle traffic, like, for the public, not internally.
Right. But when has an officer's vehicle ever been towed prior to my incident? Unless if it's been demolished.
Look, the times when I've towed the car is because that car is not operative.
Correct. But this is fully functional and a minor rub.
So this is the first time I've had a vehicle versus a pet, or any type of trauma alert, even a vehicle versus a vehicle.
So
I've never had it. I'm not.
So I know, but
reference point here.
Okay. So the reference point is if any pedestrian was done, okay, even when it's a civilian, it doesn't matter. We hold the cars, okay, until we get a status on that person. If they're done as precautionary, we do not tow cars. That's always been the blanket policy. But now all of a sudden we're making the exception. No, bro, we're not playing this game.
That's an AIU call.
It is, but it's okay. It's also above him too.
Yeah, that's an AIU call. If they want to tow a car,
So nowhere in SOPs does it say that.
The SOP that's here for traffic crash investigation is how we deal with traffic crashes to the public, not internally how we should.
We don't have one internally.
I don't believe so. No, I like vehicle and towing, traffic crash investigation. That's how we deal with it with the public, not an internal thing.
If serious injuries or death, shall forward photographs to the manager via chain of track involving HPD vehicle on duty shift, fleet, 24 hours. So nowhere in there does it say about towing my car.
Doesn't say can either.
Control issue.
This is so ridiculous. It's like she's just so focused on, oh, well, you know, this ain't happening. You ain't just, you know, mine's not going to be the first to have happened, too.
Dude, they have such control issues.
And it's like, it's a special situation.
Yeah.
It's an internal investigation because it was a cop on duty versus pedestrian. The pedestrian was airlifted.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if it was because of her age or her elevated heart rate, which, by the way, she had such a condescending tone saying.
I know.
But it's like she's got such a fucking control complex.
Yeah.
And
well, that's why they're cops, most generally.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, welcome to the other side of it. It's
exactly.
happening, whether you like it or not, they have a warrant. You know,
yeah.
It's gonna happen. So that's how it's being done.
Yeah, she'll have to deal with it.
Welcome to it, you know.
And she'll be fired if she keeps this up.
Exactly.
They'll just be like, no, we don't like your attitude. Get the hell out of here.
Exactly.
Bye.
And it's like you can tell she's just one of those types. Man.
Yeah.
Like that attitude, the body language, everything about it is just so.
I know. It's ridiculous.
I just want to know where all the changes come in, where every other person's vehicle has never been towed except for mine. That's a hell of a question. And if I'm the exception, I want to know why.
Well, I mean, I don't know the last time we hit a pedestrian.
I can understand if we kill him.
But I don't even have a reference point for you. I can't tell you, hey, well, this guy hit this pedestrian and this is how we handled it, and therefore why are we doing it differently? I don't even have the last time hit one.
I've handled city vehicles where we hit pedestrians, not just police vehicles. Doesn't matter. It's a city vehicle. You hold it the same standard. We didn't tow the fucking car. So if I have to go dig up all those case numbers, I sure as fuck will.
Working on an answer.
I'm gonna call PBA. Okay, but I'm still gonna call the PBA. I understand. I don't think you understand the shit that I've been through the past 2 years. Okay, so I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah, nobody's doing anything right now. You're getting all.
I just want to know. Agreed. I just want to know when all this changed. And nobody can seem to give me a fucking answer for this. What's good for one isn't good for another. That's why I have the problem.
You want me to answer for something that I didn't.
I didn't say you. I didn't say you. I'm just saying, can you find out for me?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Thank you. Listen, it's nothing towards you.
I know.
I'm hot right now.
I know.
Because she wasn't even fucking in the crosswalk. She's improperly crossing the road. I tag her fucking suitcase, and now you tow my car because it's precautionary because of her age and her fucking heart rate. Not even the fucking injuries.
Calm down.
Dude.
Calm down.
Why are you taking long? Why are they taking? Why is he taking?
Chill. Calm down. Okay, just calm down. Calm down.
I just want to know that
When the new one came in.
it was just doing.
Just calm down, because is your car here right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so just calm down.
Can I?
Calm down. You know me, okay? I won't talk to you when you're amped up.
I'm not amped up. I'm tired of the fucking.
So calm down. All right? So calm down.
Just to let you know, I moved the suitcase. The suitcase was over here.
Over where?
Over here.
Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that. Okay? Just calm down. All right? Calm down. Okay? When I'm done doing what I have to do, then I will talk to you about what's going to happen.
Perfect.
And you know that.
I know that.
The officers from the Homestead Traffic Unit continued their investigation, but the body camera footage abruptly ends before showing whether or not Officer Stevenson's patrol car was towed, and the department would not release the accident reports associated with this incident. On July 5th, 2025, just over 6 months after the incident involving Ms. Tellis, Officer Stevenson was promoted to sergeant and acknowledged for her quote-unquote standard for excellence in a Facebook post on the department's official page. About 1 month later, on August 13th, 2025, Ms. Tellis hired an attorney and filed a claim against the city for damages in excess of $50,000. As of the date of writing this episode, her claim is still pending. Overall, Officer Stevenson gets a C because although she remained within the bounds of her authority throughout the interaction, she demonstrated extremely poor professionalism, displayed a callous disregard for the well-being of Ms. Tellis, and for maintaining an antagonistic attitude toward her supervisor and co-workers. Officer Stevenson's initial response included the appropriate operational steps, such as ensuring that medical evaluation was requested and notifying her supervisor. Now, those actions reflect at least a basic level of procedural compliance, and she should be recognized for following the appropriate protocol. However, her conduct quickly became dominated by frustration over the administrative consequences for her patrol vehicle, rather than maintaining a calm, professional demeanor consistent with an officer crash involving a civilian. A vehicle-pedestrian collision, followed by medical evaluation and transport, is an inherently serious event, regardless of whether the initial contact was with a person or property. Even under Officer Stevenson's preferred framing, the collision caused a fall and it triggered a significant medical response. A reasonable officer would treat that outcome as the central issue, maintain composure, and allow the traffic investigation process to proceed without interference. Instead, Officer Stevenson repeatedly treated the investigation-related custody of her vehicle as an unjustified personal hardship, and her tone conveyed irritation at the fact that the event was being handled with formal oversight. Officer Stevenson's interactions with her coworkers and supervisor further reflected a blatant lack of professionalism. The supervising sergeant's role was to manage the scene and communicate the decisions that were being made within the investigative chain. Officer Stevenson responded with escalating agitation, profanity, and confrontational persistence, despite being advised to de-escalate. Even if she believed that internal practices were being applied inconsistently, the appropriate professional response would be to comply with the investigative process and then address policy concerns through the chain of command afterward. The approach displayed here created unnecessary friction during a time when the department's priority should have been medical care, documentation, and investigative integrity. This interaction highlights how quickly professional credibility can be damaged when an officer treats routine accountability measures as personal persecution and allows administrative inconvenience to overshadow the seriousness of a civilian being injured in an officer-involved crash. Now, as for Ms. Tellis, we will not be issuing a grade to an individual who was the victim of an accident, does not speak English, and is a senior citizen. A grading determination requires a stable foundation of verified facts, and the information provided by the department does not establish that foundation. Ms. Tellis's statements are filtered through translation, the questioning is brief and fragmented, and the circumstances include an inherently stressful medical event. The resulting ambiguity is not a meaningful basis to evaluate whether she complied with the crosswalk rules in Florida statute Statute 316.130, or whether she bore any comparative liability under Florida Statute 768.81. In this context, assigning a grade would ultimately amount to speculation rather than analysis. Ms. Tellis's limited participation in the encounter did not show any misconduct requiring evaluation. She did not escalate the interaction, she did not interfere with the investigation, and she did not create a safety risk. Her inability to communicate in English placed her at a disadvantage in providing a clear, consistent narrative, and the video does not show any intentional deception or obstruction. Although making statements to members of law enforcement is almost never in a citizen's best interest, Ms. Tellis appeared to be cooperating with a process that she did not understand, while also contending with the inherent disadvantages mentioned before. That said, I commend Ms. Tellis for taking the appropriate steps to seek accountability post-accident. This interaction highlights how easily a language barrier can turn a straightforward factual question into a contested narrative, and why accurate translation and thorough documentation are essential to any fair outcome. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would On April 11th, 2025, officers with the Pinellas County, Florida Sheriff's Office, including Deputy
All right, and welcome back, Sancho. All right, we're going on to the second one. We'll get through what we can with the issues. I'm adding a little bit more time to this one because, yeah, that wasn't the fault of anybody here. So we'll just get through it. But, yeah, I would not even have given that officer a C.
No,
She deserved a flat-out F.
That was so blatantly, like, unprofessional and shit.
Yes. That is not how I want a cop to represent anything.
And like I said, I told you that was a corrupt ass goddamn place.
Yes.
They turned around and gave her a fucking promotion after all of this shit
I know.
said and done, just because she ran her goddamn mouth and shit.
Yeah. It was so retarded.
Yeah.
Alexandra Mitchell responded to a call about suspicious persons looking into a residence. Sean Mahmood, also known as Neon Sean, was filming at the scene when the officers arrived, as was a couple out for a walk. Mr. Mahmood filmed the encounter that followed, and it was also partially captured on body camera footage.
Sheriffs are coming to stop you. I don't know whoever they just talked to at that house.
That house?
The house that was right there on the corner.
Yeah.
That's the one right there. I'm filming.
Okay. Yeah. How's it going? It's going all right. Where are you guys coming from? Where are we coming from? Yeah. We live right here. Well, no, not right here. Okay. Some person complaining over there about maybe somebody looking around the house. We're just kind of trying to figure out who it is and what's going on. Yeah, no, never went to a house. Okay. We're just walking, having fun. Okay. You get any kind of identification on you? I can tell you my name, birthday, and everything like that. Okay. You got any idea on it?
Any kind of woke up.
No.
Any kind of altercation?
No, not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Not the same thing?
No. I don't know.
Aren't you tired? You were just out over there like an hour ago. I'd be sleeping if I could right now.
If we give our information, I mean, it's just, we don't have no warrant or nothing like
That's
that.
fine. So right now we got a call for service on the corner right there saying that they thought someone was breaking into the house or potentially were on it looking at a ladder.
Okay.
So they told us as subjects who were walking westbound.
He saw us. He's right beside us. I mean, we weren't doing anything. Yeah, I just saw you guys walking this way. Yeah. I didn't know what was going on before. Okay. So, yeah. So
because we're investigating call for service right now.
Yeah.
So you guys are detained. And hopefully it's nothing, and it's just someone who thinks they saw something that was nothing.
Okay.
And then we'll get on our merry way.
So, all right. So you don't have a deal or anything on it?
Yeah, this reminds me of what happened to us
In the goddamn city.
in Bakersfield when we were switching hotels off of Real, right? Real Road.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It was like it was literally like a block away, but because of the way it was set up, like we had to go out and around, and it took longer because we had Zuko. He was afraid of shit.
And Tristan,
oh my god,
was already at the hotel with Amos.
We had to leave him there
to watch him while we got the rest of the stuff, and I got her and Zuko back to the new hotel room, and we're coming around, and because my second trip, I had to do 3 trips. My second trip, I was with you and Amos.
Yeah,
and Zuko.
Right. And it was too much.
It was too much, so I left her at a dog park that was nearby, and I took Amos. Well, I watched people kind of weirdly watching me with our baby, and he had this weird habit of looking up too.
Yeah, because he'd never been in the city, and so like he'd like to like look up and around, and apparently
it looked odd, and somebody thought I took the baby from you and ran, which I wasn't running.
And then they went and we put him in the hotel, and then you left, and that was apparently really.
And then I came back to get her so that we could get there, and so you see these cops go past us, and you're like, they're gonna turn around.
I just knew it.
She knew it. Next thing they do, we know they are, and they're stopping us and asking all these questions, getting our IDs. We're just like, okay, let's get this done.
And we're like
2 blocks from the hotel.
Not even like I could see it like from where we're at. We're right there.
Yeah.
And they delayed us another like half an hour because of this.
They had to send a unit to the hotel to check on the kids. And we're like, well, you can try. I don't know if he's going to answer. But, and everything checked out just fine. And we got on our merry way. But it took like, a half an hour, 45 minutes out of our day. And with Zuko, that wasn't fun.
No, you're just a baby.
I know.
Like, really? And it's like they had to do that,
Yeah.
It's like we were right there. And it's like, how are we supposed to know? And it's like, because we're walking down the road. I mean, I had my full monk robe and everything, and it was like, we're carrying the dog.
Yes.
And it's just like.
And I mean, they were nice.
They were nice enough.
Yeah.
Like the one.
They didn't cause problems for us.
The Hispanic guy was much nicer than the other guy. The other guy had that posture of, looking off into the distance, not really giving you eye contact. But like, he wasn't like, they didn't cause problems, like you said. So.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. They did not cause problems for us.
And there was a part of me that wanted to just say, fuck you. Because it's not a stop and ID state. You don't have any right. There's nothing going on. We're not suspects of a crime. You didn't say anything of that nature.
Yeah, for sure. Because we know how they can be.
But then you have to weigh it like, okay, well, how much longer is that going to take me to get back to my children?
And then, will they find something to get us on?
And it's like, I knew he was going to do something because he was putting his gloves on, and then he pats you down, and they just ask me if I have anything, and I'm like, no.
Because there was no female there.
Right.
They sent the female to the room.
2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah.
And so 4 cops.
Yep.
For
nothing.
Yeah. I don't know.
And they're like, oh, you have the nicest kids.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Most can do anything, so how do you know he's nice?
And he was like in a pissy mood because he wanted to eat and he pooped himself.
And it was a long day for us anyway.
Really horrible.
But yeah, back to this.
No, I don't want to get my information. I don't think I did anything wrong.
Then you could go to jail for failing to identify yourself.
Okay.
The officers tell the citizens that they're being detained while they investigate the so-called call for service. And when one of the citizens says that he does not want to provide his name, Deputy Mitchell threatens to arrest him for failure to identify. As we have discussed many times before here on ATA, the Supreme Court held in the 1979 case of Brown v. Texas that an individual may not be detained and required to identify themselves absent reasonable suspicion to believe that they're involved in criminal activity. Here, based on the officer's statements during the interaction and court documents, there is no indication that dispatch provided any description of the allegedly suspicious individuals, meaning the detention was based solely on the fact that they were found walking near the location of the reported so-called suspicious activity. Florida courts have held that an individual's proximity to the scene of a crime is insufficient to establish reasonable suspicion on its own, particularly when coupled with a vague or incomplete description of the suspect. For instance, in the 2008 case of Gene v. state, the 4th District Court of Appeal of Florida found insufficient reasonable suspicion to justify the detention of a group of individuals who were found within a few blocks of a crime scene shortly after a burglary was reported. In reaching this conclusion, the court noted that there was no clear description of the suspects and that despite the fact that the individuals were found in close proximity to the scene of the crime.
All right, I just had to stop it there because, again, what we're looking at here is, yes, it is not a stop and ID state again. So you do not have to present unless they have extensive evidence that you did something. Then you do not have to. But again, as we said, you have to weigh it. How much longer is it going to take? Then are they going to be jackasses and try to find something different? I mean,
you really, in general, if you can help it, you really just don't want to have any interaction with them. You just don't.
Yeah.
Like in our case, like I said, I had to weigh with the fact that we had our children waiting for us back at the hotel.
Exactly.
We had the dog with us. I didn't want him to be impounded. You know, we had a lot of factors, but like, barring any of those circumstances, they would have been go to hell.
I know.
Hell,
exactly.
You know, because you do have to know your rights, and they most likely will find something either way.
Yes.
If they are going to take the time, because they singled you out for a reason.
I know they did.
You know, so it's like, you know, but like, yeah, it's a case by case thing. You have to really weigh it. You know?
You do. You really do. Yes.
And I did, you know, but it was just like, yeah, it's just
wasn't worth it at the time.
Yeah, like there's too much at stake here. So.
Yes.
There was no evidence that anyone was acting suspiciously or attempting to flee. In this instance, the quote-unquote suspects were in close proximity to the reported suspicious activity, but there was no other evidence supporting their relationship to the scene, and they actually stopped and waited to speak with the police rather than flee. Accordingly, it is likely that a court would conclude there was insufficient.
All right, sorry guys, I'm at an hour anyway, and the phone's now at like 6%, and I don't want to chance losing everything again with this. So I'll try to do another one in a couple of days here and make sure everything's charged this time, so that I don't have this issue again. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but I at least wanted to start that one because that one is good. I mean, it's very good laws, you know, to take into consideration and everything. So that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, weigh your options, weigh everything. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sancho, thank you for joining us. And everybody that did, I know we had 4 people in several times. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah.